Welcome to another episode, guys. This is episode 13, and I got a special guest in the building today, Miss Tori Rogers.
What's up? Hey, I'm excited to be here. I always like talking to you. I love your energy.
Of course, we got the same thing going on. We feed off each other's energy, right? Today we're going to be talking about reinventing yourself. I think this is a subject that many of you might be interested in because everyone goes through some type of transition in their lives in order to become a better person. But before you actually realize that you need a change in your life, you have to go through a certain amount of experiences, right?
Yeah.
And those experiences may not always be positive.
Right.
In your life, what can be qualified as an experience that may want to make you change completely?
Yeah, I feel like when you go through those moments where you're just like, you know what, this is it. I've had enough. Enough is enough. Especially when you know that there's more for you, and then something happens and you like, why am I even dealing with this? Like, what is even going on? So right before I moved here, I was going through a really bad breakup. I had gotten laid off from work. I was like at one of my like really lowest points in my life, and I remember my sister looking at me and being like, I have never seen you this low before.
Wow.
I know.
I can understand that. Same for me. When I decided to come to Bangkok, I was going through a type of moment where I was realizing, what do I really want in my life? Mm-hmm. And I realized that what I wanted was not at home. I had to step out of my country and my hometown to seek a better life. I mean, there comes a time where you have to choose your path.
Right.
How did you manage to choose your path and ended up halfway across the world? Eh?
Man, you know what? That's a good question. But I think really what ended up happening is I realized like, okay, this is like no more of this. Enough is enough. Like, what are you going to do to be able to like explore who you are and get to like this better version of yourself? Mm-hmm. And I think it's like true, like you said, like being able to like step away is what I felt like I needed, especially living in America. I knew that like the environment at that time was not something for me to like be able to keep growing and see who I am and explore all that.
I think you have to spend some time with yourself as well, right? It's good to spend some solo time where you cut off all of the influences and you really seek what's inside of you to understand what you really want.
Yeah, I think it also comes down to we won't always be able to travel. I do recommend moving abroad, especially to a place like Thailand, because Thailand is very healing and you're starting off new. You have a clean slate, so you really get to choose what you're adding into your life. And I think that's really what it comes down to is like focus on creating that clean slate environment in your life. Mm-hmm. So if you got to cut out the people, whether that's your mama, your daddy, your brother, cut them out. Yes. Like cut it, because if it's coming in, you're not creating that environment that you need. I mean, you almost have to self-quarantine. Let people know you self-quarantine.
You have to quiet the noise.
Quiet the noise,
yes.
Exactly. Most times what I've realized is like, at one point it was stuff I was trying to hear. But it's also like, it was a time ever who I was at that point. And now I'm on a whole different level. I'm a whole different person. If I want to be different, I have to do different, be different, make different moves. I'm about to cuss, but F with different people. Because if not, I'm doing the same shit.
A good practice to actually use is creating a vision board or a storyboard for your life. Try to see what do you want to become. A vision board is a great way of putting on paper what you want in your life. The next part is the transition. You've already realized that you want to achieve this goal. You want to reach to another point. You have a strategy in place, but now it's about applying that strategy and that transition. And my first recommendation would be learn to say no. The best way to go about this is to start cutting off everything that you don't want in your life. Cut it out, cut out the people. And as you were telling me, you don't have to be very violent about it. You don't have to be aggressive. You just have to let people understand.
Exactly.
How do you manage to be honest about that transition in your life?
Honestly, this is like the favorite part of like this whole transition for me, because every time I say no, I'm realizing that I'm one step closer to like my path to being true to me, to knowing who the F I am. Because we all know who we are. Like, so it's like following your intuition. And so like right now, I even have friendships and I have like events that I'm saying no to, or like people that I'm just like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm at a certain point right now. So I have this friend I met a couple months ago, and I can tell that she's like a good person. She's cool. It could be a good friendship. But it's also like friendships require work. Like the way that I value friendships and see friendships, like I believe that they should be reciprocated. I want to be able to put in time, the work, the energy, and that's the thing.
Right.
My energy levels is I can't do all that. Like Drake said, no new friends. I ain't got no new friends right now. I just can't be your friend right now. Like I can be cordial and stuff, but I can't be your friend. One of her last things that she said to me was like, hey, no pressure, but like just want to see if you can hang out. We haven't really been able to hang out recently. Right. And I was like, you know what? First of all, I appreciated her for saying like the no pressure. So I thanked her for that. So thank you for not even giving me the pressure, because that is friendship too. It's like, you know.
So even if you tell people that it's not personal or anything, some people might take it the wrong way. So you have to be ready for judgment.
That's true.
People are going to call you names. People are going to take it the wrong way because you're trying to distance yourself from all the past experiences or from the negative energy, and people are going to reach out to you in all types of outlandish ways.
Right.
So you have to get ready for the judgment. But that's where you really need to start affirming who you want to become and practicing what you preach. You don't want people to take you the wrong way, so it's really up to you to affirm what you want to become.
It's really like, what are you going to start saying yes to? Now that you know who you are, now that you kind of know that like, okay, I have this clean slate now. I've like removed myself from a lot of things. Like, okay, so now let me start adding in the little things that I do want and saying yes to the opportunities that are aligned with who you are, affirming what your intuition about yourself is, of aligning with your path. So it's like, if there's opportunities, if there's events you need to be going to, if there's mentors you need to be reaching out to, contact, like me and you, we need to stay in contact. It's like, I need to start adding that in. That is the energy that I should be making sure I am investing, because sometimes we go through these healing processes and we sit in it sometimes and we don't come out of it.
You still got to come out, you still got to do the work, but you also still have to reach out to the right people.
Exactly.
Some people might play the right role in your life. So it's time for you to reach out to the right people who can make you achieve those goals. They have this saying, right? I don't know what language, I don't remember. But show me your 5 friends and I'll tell you who you are. Because you have to hang around with the people with the same mindset, with the same goals, with the same vision.
That's right.
And in that way, you're bound to succeed.
That's true.
I think that's about it when it comes to reinventing yourself. Thank you so much, Tori Rogers.
That was cool. You get it all nice and clean and quick. I like that.
You know, we have to keep it clean because we have a lot of people watching us and listening. So we really want to make you guys understand that we do this for you. We want you guys to achieve your goals and to complete your journey. We're both here to help you guys. Be your best self.
Exactly.
Isn't that it?
That's be your best self. Exactly. That's right. Be your best self. You can do that. Like, you can be whatever you want to be.
Thank you so much for coming through again.
Thank you. No, give me a hug. I do hugs.
We do hugs over here. See you guys, man. Love y'all.